Let's begin with homework exercise number 14 from section 2.5. It states a poll asked respondents if they agreed with a statement that colleges should reserve a certain number of scholarships exclusively for minorities and women. Hypothetical results of the poll are tabulated. How many respondents agreed with the statement? Okay, so you can see here, agree is right here. The people that agree. So anybody that agreed, it doesn't matter whether they're men or African American. You include any that agreed, so you would add the 3, the 2, the 7, and another 7. The cardinalities, all the numbers representing the cardinalities in the set agreed. So again, 3 plus 2 plus 7 plus 7 would give us a total of 5, 12, and 7 is 19, okay? So we would have the number of respondents that agree with the statement is 19. Add up all the numbers in the set agreed. All right. Okay, I think we got the same numbers here. 19, sorry about that. All right, very good. Number 15, again, observe taking a poll. Hypothetical results are tabulated in the Venn diagram. How many respondents disagreed with the statement? Now, disagreed. Here's the number that agreed, right? Everybody in here agreed, so that means everybody outside disagreed. So we're going to simply take everything that's outside of this set, right? So outside of the agreed, there's a 3, there's a 10 here, there's a 10 here, and there's a 10. All these numbers represent people that disagreed because they're not in the agreed set, right? So that automatically means they disagreed, whether they're men, African Americans, or neither. These still disagreed here, so you would include these 10. So we've got 3 plus 10, 10, and 10 3 times, which gives us a total of 33, okay? All of the numbers that are outside of the set agreed would be the people that disagree. So we add them all up and we get 33. All right, number 16. Again, they took a poll about scholarships for minorities and women. How many women agreed with the statement? So we need women and we need agreed. We need both characteristics, right? Woman and agreed. So we have the people that agreed are here, right? But again, now women, there's no woman in the set, but there are men, right? And of course, if you're not a man, then you're a woman. So we have the number that agreed are here, but we only want woman. Notice in the agreed that the 8 and the 10 are also in the group of men. So those are not women. So that means the people that agreed that are women would, what would be left in the agreed but not in the men, right? In this set, but not in the men, because that would make them woman, which would be these 8 and these 2. Again, you've got to stay within the agreed because we want the people that agreed with the statement, but we don't want men, so we got to get rid of those. So the 8 plus 2, of course, is equal to a total of 10. Okay? Inside the set agreed, but outside of the set men because we want woman. All right, just got to think it through. These problems can be a little bit tricky. Just take one step at a time like we're doing. All right, poll again about scholarships. We want the number of people who are not African American and agreed. Not African American, and again, we want agreed. So agree, so we definitely need we have to stick with the numbers in agreed, 9, 5, 1, and 6, right? Because we have agreed, it must be inside of this set agrees. But we do not want African Americans. African Americans are right here, right? So we got to get rid of these 5 and these 1 because they're African Americans. So the ones that agreed that are not African American would simply be what's left and agreed, but outside of this African American, which would be the 9 and the 6, right? 9 plus 6 we know is 15, okay? So again, it's inside the set agreed, but not part of African Americans because we want who are not African Americans. Okay. Again, same thing. Took a poll, hypothetical results. How many women who are not African American disagree with the statement? Not African American and disagreed. Okay. So not African American. So here's African Americans, right? So we want to get rid of these, right? So what's left is anything outside. And it's also the ones who disagreed. Okay? So again, this is agreed, so we want to get rid of anybody who agreed, right? Because opposite of agree is disagree, obviously. So we got to get rid of this 9, because that's in the set agree. So finally, we get rid of the women who are not African American, disagree with the statement. Now be careful. Oh, be careful. How many women who are not African American? So actually, we got to be careful here. Let's, who are not African American, let's do this one again. I think I just did African American. Let's start again. How many women who are not African American? Okay, so these are the men. So outside of men would be women, right? So how many women who are not African American? Okay, so we want outside, so we don't want any men, so we're going to get rid of this to get woman. We don't want any African Americans, so we're going to get rid of anybody in African Americans and who disagreed. So we want to get rid of the agreed. So actually, the woman is outside of men. No one's an African American, outside of African American, and outside of agree, to disagree is outside of a degree. So actually, no one in either of these 3 sets. So that leaves us with the ones that are outside of all these 3, which would only be 6. Okay, so be careful here. The first time I just did not African American, but it's women who are not African American. So it's outside of men, outside of African American, and outside of agree. Outside of African American because it's not African American, outside of agree because it's disagree. So it's neither in set the men, African Americans, or agree, so it's the ones in the region 8, which would just be the 6. Okay, so be careful. It's a little bit tricky there, got it? Just take your time and do one step at a time. So it'd be the number in just region 8, outside of all 3 sets. Okay, we're not going to have time to do number 19, so we'll stop this session at 18. Okay, again, this is your math teacher, Dr. Swears. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you have more questions, need more help, send me an email in the inbox using the Canvas, in the Canvas course through the FGC portal. Again, it's your math teacher, Dr. Swears. Thank you for listening to this video.